Well, with the cost of living crisis continuing to bite, don't we just know it, many are returning to old practices like growing your own veg.
Well, if you can afford one, allotments are making a comeback, helping people grow their own food, get fresh air and also improve their mental health.
Well, Dougie Beattie went along to find out what it takes to set one up and, thankfully, to give some people a helping hand.
Britain's rebuilding programme from the 40s to the 60s saw high-rise living become the norm. Food shortages and high prices meant allotments supplied by the councils would help feed the nation. Places such as this went from necessity in the 40s to hobby in the 90s. The arrival of highly processed food meant everyday costs went down. The need for make, do and mend and grow your own was no longer necessary. Councils sold much of these areas off for development, but now they're having a revival. John Reid says it's about much more than food.
The main aim is fun and a bit of fellowship with my son when he has time. He's a busy man. So we've planted, last year we had a crop of strawberries, raspberries, rhubarb, peas, broad beans, potatoes.
Many hands make light work, and Emma Wallace says getting others involved is the way forward.
Well, I bought a shed in the January sales and see, I really back myself. This is the problem. I think I'll be able to put up that shed, no problem, on my own. And then, of course, it arrived in February and it was very windy. It sat here for a month and a half and I just struggled to get it up myself. So I've called in a few favours from a few friends, and my lovely boyfriend is here today to help put up the shed. So definitely a slow process, but my uncle always said that gardening was believing in tomorrow, and I always thought that was a really nice sentiment, sort of, you know, you're slowly planning the future but also enjoying the moment.
Even in this tranquil setting, the protocol is having an effect, and Aaron Gibson is frustrated at the availability of seed.
I used to get my wee plants, some of the wee plants from England, and which we can't get now, and seeds is very hard to get as well. Like, I've waited 3 weeks there on pea seeds coming back in again to the shops. They're just not getting them in.
Sisters Margaret and Sharon are on their second year and say it was hard at the start, but it's an excellent weekend activity.
We struggled big time, but we really enjoyed it, honestly. From the top of the allotment right down, it was just like a field. Oh, we love it every Saturday. It keeps us away from shops and all sorts.
With food prices continuing to rise, allotments may well be the answer to seeing those green shoots of recovery. Growing your own food brings its own rewards, but it takes time, patience and a little bit of help. Dougie Beattie, GB News, County Down.